But so the next one for me is I'm not even necessarily sure about this one. It just seemed kind of interesting. Is Drifters.
Okay.
So, May 2015 issue of the Young King R's magazine announced that an anime adaptation of the manga Drifters is in the works. The story of the manga centers around Shimazu Toyohisa, the real-life samurai who fought in the pivotal battle. There's a battle there. I'm not even going to say that one. In his dying moments, he is transported to a world of magic with other famous warriors throughout history. These warriors are forced to fight each other in an endless battle. That seems kind of cool.
Okay.
And like one of the characters I was reading the character list for him is Nobunaga. I mean,
Uh-huh.
that should be an anime. Pretty much anyone who's familiar with animes or games or Japanese culture, anyways, would know of. And it just seems like, yeah, it seems very interesting, and I'm curious. The trailer showed a lot of fight, a lot of action, which I'm always about. The good fights, good action scenes, but that premise in itself seemed kind of interesting too.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that one, seeing how well it does. Hopefully it's not just like, hopefully they actually continue with an actual storyline and they don't just go, oh look, here's a whole bunch of famous people duking it out. It's like one of those battle versus who things where you're just like constantly being like, what if this person fought this person or this person fought this person? It's like, no. Have a reason for this. Don't just pit each other against each other, because that would just seem silly. So,
Okay.
anyways.
So, this one had a trailer and I checked it out. It reminds me stylistically of like Vampire Hunter D and
Which I love.
yes, other dark shows like that. And I was curious if it was made by the same people who did Vampire Hunter D, and it is not.
No?
I think Vampire Hunter D was done by I just had the name in my head. It's people who do a lot of different shows. I want to say it starts with an M. I can't. Madhouse, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And this show is done by Hoods Entertainment. So I went and checked them out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and show is way different than a lot of the stuff that they do.
Well, I'm not
or they've been
necessarily.
involved with.
Not necessarily, because, okay, don't be wrong. Psycho no Quasar is definitely kind of an etchy feel to it. This, at least from the trailer, looked like it had a more serious feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe Nazo no Konoji was kind of more of a serious one.
Mm-hmm.
But the fighting in Psycho no Quasar looks... And I know it was done pretty well. The fighting in it was done pretty well. The
Yes.
the movements were very fluid. The action was very intense and in your face a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they kind of continued along those same lines with this as well. So
Yeah. So, for like, was it, what is the other name for that? It's something Girlfriend X, Mysterious Girlfriend X, I think. Nazuno no Kanojo X. Yeah. That show had kind of a dark feel to it, even though I could barely get through 3 episodes of it. So stylistically, I can see why this show is a bit similar, and same thing for Seiko no Quasar, like you said, how they had nice fighting in it, which is the reason why I kept up with most of it. Then I couldn't keep watching the show. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, I don't want to keep fast forwarding through shows, so I went ahead and dropped that one purposely. It also had a dark feel, which matches this show, so I can see how they'll have a dark tone with this, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of ecchi in it. So,
well, and I just looked it up. Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which I'm pretty sure is probably what you were remembering for that. It was done by Madhouse.
Yeah.
So you were correct on that.
cool. Yeah. So,
Little Madhouse.
so I'm gonna give it an episode, and if it's not too ecchi, I'll keep it up. I did so with Vampire Hunter D, and there was another dark style of anime that was, I think it might have been vampires also, that it reminds me of. I can't remember the name of it, but when we did that watch party, it was like an 8 or 10 hour watch party to watch all of Bloodlust.
Oh, you're talking about no, it was Hellsing.
Hellsing, that's what it was. Yeah. So it reminds me of Vampire Hunter D and Hellsing. Like probably more Hellsing because I remember we had that like really long watch party.
Oh yeah.
So
but it was well worth it.
Yeah, so I'm interested in this show because I liked Hellsing Ultimate.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it's not really my style, so I would pass on it, but I'm gonna check it out. And we will catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
We got quite a few shows to talk about this season again. A lot of them are sequels.
Yes, they are.
So,
indeed, they are.
So, guess we'll go ahead and get it started. So, brevet is probably a real word, but having it called fresh, I don't know. Maybe it's bike terms. So,
I have no idea.
So, after looking at this trailer, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. It looks interesting. And if I hadn't seen Bakuon before it, I would have immediately jumped on it just like I jumped on Bakuon.